Today's song is Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. This one's a great track, so let's get right to it. So first things first, the verse and chorus riff. Starting off, get your capo on the 2nd fret, and we're ready to begin. So in this one, we've got four chords for our progression. We start with a C, and then next is the C/E, which is just the exact same as a C, but you're picking the 6th string as well this time. So here's the C, and here's the C/E. You just get that extra low note. And then the 3rd chord is an F with your dreaded barring of the 1st and 2nd strings there. And then we go to a G. And so the strumming pattern for this is pretty fun. It makes use of one of Ed's favorite things, which is muted strums. So we're going to do, this one's kind of complicated. We're going to start on our 1st chord, which in this case is going to be C, and we're going to play on the 1. And then we're going to play a muted strum on the 2, which you can do by just pressing your palm into the side of the string. And then we're going to switch chords on the end of the 2, which in the start is just going to be to the C/E. And then we're going to play another muted strum on the 4. Okay, so here's what this chord progression is going to look like. You're going to have a 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So at full speed, that's going to look something like this. So our second guitar part for the pre-chorus, and so we're going to use the exact same strumming pattern, the 1, 2, and 3, 4, except this time it's a bit of a more complicated chord progression, because we're going to do D minor for the entire bar, so not switching at the end of 2, and then we're going to do a G, and then switch to a C at the end of 2, and then we're going to go back to our D minor, and play that for full bar, and then play the G for the full bar. And we're going to do that twice. So that sounds a little complicated, but I'll show it to you and then you'll see how it's done. So that's going to look like this. So as you can see there, most of the chords are played for the full bar except the G and the C there. And then a second unique thing about this section is you have your first chord progression is D minor, G, C, then D minor, G. But when you repeat that, it's now D minor, G, A minor, then D minor to G. So that C switches to an A minor in the second run through. So here's what this whole section's going to look like. It's a bit confusing, so try and follow along. And that final G you can just hold there as it comes in with So Honey Now, and then the chorus begins. And then we're back to our original riff. And that's the whole chorus right there. That's most of the song. And now on to our final riff, which is played in a few parts of the song. It's at the end of the choruses, so when he's like, and maybe we found love right where we are. He says that in a few different places after each chorus, basically, and then at the end of the song it repeats 3 times. So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to play, it's pretty fast, so it might take you a bit to practice it. But our chord pattern is going to be A minor, G, F, C, D minor, G, and C. And we're just going to play each of these once, which is going to go actually pretty quick, and then the final G and C are even faster. So what that's going to look like is this. And that kind of follows the vocal melody. And that's just played once, but that's going to take you a bit to get used to. So again, that's like this. So each of these are held for the same amount except that final G to the C section. And with that, you have all the guitar parts for that song.